Hi, I'm Dave Dinkel. I'm here today with Jason Jackson. Jason's been in the program for a while, and he has his first completed deal, and it was an assignment, so we're going to talk about it. Now, to start out with, Jason's been in the program a long time. Through no fault of his own, I'm going to say, and I say that tongue-in-cheek because we try and focus you on exactly how to do follow-up and various things, but looking back, we were chatting about it a moment ago. Why do you think it took you a long time to get a deal? I'm going to say. Now, you started out by making offers, just crazy offers.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but we don't make money making offers. We make money on following up. So talk about what you were doing along with hindsight.
So, I was putting the offers out. I was sending about 20 to 30 contracts per day. The problem is that I had a very limited time because I was working 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, I guess. And I wasn't following up as much as I could. When I thought I was following up, I wasn't really, following up. I would send out a contract, talk to the agent, and then that's it. I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't text them. I wouldn't keep in touch with them.
And it feels warm and fuzzy because you're doing something, but the reality is you're not focused on actually getting a deal. It's just not going to happen in most cases. So as you learned, first of all, 10 and 20 or more contracts a day is impossible to follow up after a week, even if you're full-time, because if you do it right, there's a sequence of what you do when you talk to the agent. It's just not following up on that specific property. But you've learned, and you learned to do that. So let's fast forward to here's your first deal that you completed. Now, you've had a bunch under contract.
Right.
And part of the reason for that he's had a bunch under contract is he offered too much money.
Right.
Okay. And that's also inherently the way students start out. They say, everything I'm sending in is being rejected. And they're absolutely right. It's supposed to be rejected. But frustration sets in, and the usual thing is, well, I'll offer a little bit more.
Right.
As you offer a little bit more and your seller counters, you're pretty much almost at full list price.
Right.
And the list price becomes a ceiling for us to wholesale a deal. So you get calls on the property, but they offer you less money than you have it under contract for, correct?
Right.
You remember those feelings?
Yeah, I know.
So what happens is you have to cancel the contract because you can't resell it. So let's fast forward, as I said, to this deal. Now, you had this under contract at a higher price.
So I had it under contract at a higher price. I sent it out to my buyers. I got an offer, or another wholesaler rather brought me a buyer, but it was under what I had it under contract for. So I went back to the agent and the seller and said, hey, I need a reduction in order to move forward. I didn't get it, so I had to cancel. 2 weeks, I think a week later, I saw it again, and I knew it was someone else had it under contract. So I just watched it. 2 weeks later, I called the agent and said, hey, I'm still interested, but I need it at a certain price. If you can give it to me at that price, I can, I'm willing to do 0 days inspection, close as soon as title comes back.
Okay, now, when he had it under contract originally and canceled, he got his earnest money deposit back.
Right.
It went under contract again with somebody else at a higher price,
Right.
and they couldn't sell it. So it came back again, and that's when you stepped in and said, I will help you.
Yeah.
But I'll do your 0 day inspection, which we hate to do or never do if we can't help it. And that was probably the trigger that said, okay, we'll give you that, but you have no inspection. And of course, that meant that his earnest money deposit was hard.
Right.
How much did you have up as an earnest money deposit?
I had 1,000, and then I had 5 from the buyer.
Oh, okay. So he put up $1,000, which is what we typically work with. So had he not been able to close with the end buyer and just defaulted on the closing, he would have collected his $5,000 from the end buyer, and he would have lost $1,000. So you still would have made $4,000 if you hadn't closed.
Yeah.
But your end buyer came through. Now,
Yeah.
what is that for?
It was just tough. We were supposed to close right before Irma came, and then
Hurricane Irma, yeah.
Hurricane Irma, and then she ruined everything. So it was another 2 weeks. Then the day it was supposed to close, my buyer, said he had wired the funds, but they weren't coming up. So it was just another 4 days before the funds finally came in.
Well, I don't know if was it a foreign buyer? Do you know?
No, Jeremy actually bought me the buyer, so.
Do you know who it was?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, that's all right, doesn't matter as long as he closes. But one of the issues you're gonna have if you have a foreign buyer and they have to bring money into the United States is it can take time to do it. They can't bring it all in at one time because of monetary regulations or currency regulations. And various things can happen, so it can be very frustrating.
Yeah.
The biggest issue is your original seller wants to close. He doesn't care about your end buyer's money not coming in or anything else.
Yeah.
He has a contract that says you're closing for cash. He wants his money.
Yeah.
So those complications can come up. You need to be ready for them. What can you do? You have to close and hold until your end buyer's funds come in. And that's a market risk. And whoever funds your deal has to do that now. In this case, it was an assignment. So you actually assigned your rights to closing the contract to your end buyer.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being an A to B and B to C, it was an A to C. And your assignment fee was $15,000.
15,000. Right?
Okay. Now, there was a little bit of that went to somebody that brought the buyer for you and things like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
That's it.
So what did you learn from this experience?
You gotta be consistent. You gotta keep with it, and don't give up. I think people, stop doing it because they get frustrated when they get them under contract. At first when I started, my frustration is that I couldn't even get under contract, and then I started becoming consistent with getting them, and then I couldn't sell them.
Yeah,
So
that's frustrating.
So it was frustrating.
Well, because you're offering too much.
Right.
Now, the caveat to that is if you have a large enough buyers list, and it happens to be international buyers where they don't care as much about pricing, it's easier.
Yeah.
But you have to build that, and it takes time and stuff. What would you say to somebody that's starting in real estate investing, I'm going to say, because we do it somewhat differently. We expect to be rejected, but it still feels ugly when it happens.
Yeah.
And you still take the brunt of, why are you canceling, you're an idiot, and all sorts of things.
Oh yeah.
And
the
that too.
agents. To stick with it.
Yeah, and consistent.
And be consistent.
Yeah. Jason is one of the people in the program that, I don't know how many times I've met with you. Half a dozen.
Quite a few times.
But I didn't understand why he wasn't getting deals. Now, this is the first time he's come up and said, I put an awful lot in. I knew he was trying to get too close to the list price, so he got him under contract. So the bottom line was we couldn't sell this. There just wasn't enough of a spread. But you learned, and this hopefully is going to be the beginning of a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say to the guys?
Stay consistent and work hard. You'll get there.
The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much.